All right, we're off on a fun adventure this weekend, and look who's with us! Bobby and
Alex.
and Alex. We are off apple picking today. I'm so excited. Perfect fall activities. We thought Bobby Monroe would love to come along.
And it's a beautiful day.
It is beautiful. So we're going apple picking. We're driving up Seat Farm right now, and then on the way back we're gonna stop at Trader Joe's like we always do. Ashley's our driver, as always. We're jamming out to music and we'll be there in an hour. We have arrived. Such a pretty day. It's like 57 degrees, a little cloudy, and we are now about to go pick apples. Shelby has a map. Poppy's here.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other.
We found more apples. I found these like really big ones. I have no idea what kind they are. I don't really know where we're at on the map. We've just been walking. They're taking some pictures. It's just so much fun in the apple orchard. It was a little chilly before, but the sun just came out, so it feels super, super nice. I love apples so much. Look at how big some of these apples are. This one's pretty big. Let me show you. Wow! I mean, I have small hands, but it's super big. What are they doing?
Beyond gravel, beyond all. Hand in hand, building castles out of sand, reaching for the grand.
We found the Golden Delicious. Ashley, what's your favorite kind of apples?
Not these.
Oh.
Anything red. I don't really care on that.
Al likes green apples. You like green apples, right? I like pink lady apples. Alright. Oh, it's very sunny. Alright, we have our apple haul. I've got it in the bag here. We're gonna go back to the car, purchase our apples, then go to the farm store to get some apple cider and apple cider donuts. We're gonna look at the pumpkins here, but we're gonna be cheap and get pumpkins from Trader Joe's because they'll be cheaper. But this has been super fun. We didn't actually really go apple picking last year. Ashley and I did when we were in the Berkshires, but we didn't come another time. So it was very exciting to come do this again. You excited?
Yeah. It got a little warm.
It did.
The sun came out. But we got some yummy apples.
Yay.
Now I want an apple cider donut.
Yep. Alright, so we paid for the apples. We're now like at the farm store, but there's so many people up there. Oh, there's a bee. There's a bee. Ah. Okay, we're good. I think we're just gonna take a quick walk around the farm store really quick, and then since there's a lot of people, we're not. There's a bee. We're not gonna eat here. Oh my gosh. I don't like bees. We're just gonna take a quick walk around the store, grab apple cider donuts, and then head off because we have Poppy. She doesn't do really well in big crowds, and this is actually kind of like her first outing really to anywhere like this. That's not just like dogs. So we're taking it one little step at a time to see how she's gonna be. Oh, there's live music.
A song of old San Antone, where in dreams I live with a memory.
As willows align, we lose track of time. Head up high, now we climb. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond all. A bigger scale, the world inhales.
My mom. There's nothing better than fresh apple cider donut. Where are you going?
As we go, I wouldn't want it any other way, no. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy.
Alright, we have made it to TJ's. We're taking turns because of Poppy. So Alex is taking Poppy to the little park across the street. Ashley and I are heading in to get all of our stuff. We gotta be quick, but we have very organized lists. I'm excited to get more pumpkin-y things. I hope they have actual pumpkins because we didn't get any at the apple orchard. So I'm hoping that they have some. Did a lot of damage, so now I'm just going to check out. Okay, so tag team Trader Joe's. I just checked out. Shelby just ran back inside to pee. Alex is checking out. Poppy is drinking some water, or she's supposed to be drinking some water, and then we are going to head back to the city. Alright, we did all of our Trader Joe's shopping. Now we are on our way back. Not sure where all of the food is going that we bought because we all bought a ton. Poppy Monroe is doing great back there. We opened these for a road trip snack that I just bought.
My road trip, we have 15 miles. To drive.
Hey, anytime you're in a car, it's a road trip. Anyway, tortilla chips seasoned with Brussels sprouts, garlic, onion, and parsley. I like them. They don't have a ton of flavor. They just taste like tortilla chips. And Alex and I both thought that they taste like Mexican, like seasoned, which is interesting because they're so not Mexican seasoning, but we like them. We'll show you everything else that we got when we get back because I got a lot of new things that I don't think I've ever gotten before. Bought before. Purchase? I don't know. I don't know. But I'll show you when we get back. I just walked in the door from returning the car and this is what I walked into. This, and I was like, whoa, that's a lot. And then I was informed this is just Shelby's. My bags are still right here. And then Alex has a couple of bags.
She already put 2 of hers away. She still has 2 to still put away.
So this is our problem, is we have a car and then we overbuy instead of thinking about, oh, we have to carry this slash it has to fit in our tiny fridge and like 4 cabinets. We're gonna have a problem. Okay, go. Alright, so I told you guys about the chips in the car. Those are good. I've talked about this stuff before, so I'm not going to talk about it. Butternut squash mac and cheese. There was one. I found it like buried underneath other stuff.
It was being tasted. There had a whole frozen case of it back there.
Oh. Okay, well I thought it was this it's terrible for you, cheesy spaghetti squash casserole. Excited to try that.
I didn't see that.
Chipotle vegetable quesadillas. The vegetable bird's nest that I get all the time. Brussels sprout and caramelized onion ravioli.
I got that too.
So
My checker outer person said that was new.
yeah, it is new.
Oh.
Most of the stuff is new. Roasted butternut squash, red quinoa, and wheatberry salad. Excited for that. Brussels sprouts. Oh, this kombucha that everyone's been talking about. It's the GT's kombucha fall edition with apple, turmeric, carrot, and spices. I'm excited for that, so I got 2 of them. Little perfect bar. Ashley's currently
I'm eating one.
I'm
sorry.
I'm sure you can.
I'm eating one.
This, which I almost grabbed 2 of them, but I didn't. This is Harvest Spaghetti Squash Spirals. Spaghetti squash spirals and chunks of butternut squash in a seasonal tomato sauce.
I got that too.
They didn't have cauliflower gnocchi again, so I got sweet potato gnocchi. Raspberries, blueberries, cauliflower rice. This Swiss and Gruyere shredded cheese is my absolute favorite shredded cheese. Then they had 2 new fall cheeses. This one, creamy Toscano cheese dusted with cinnamon, and this autumn limited edition cheese.
I almost grabbed that one. I glad I didn't because I knew you were grabbing the cinnamon one.
Who said I was sharing with you?
I want to try it.
Then it's soup season, so I got all the soups. I got the Latin style black bean, sweet potato bisque, which I need to get some chipotle peppers. I'm gonna puree them into this. Tomato soup, and then this creamy corn and roasted red pepper is my absolute favorite, so I got 2 of them. This autumnal harvest soup, creamy tomato-based soup with pumpkin and butternut squash. I
got that to try.
I already have the autumnal harvest pasta sauce, so that's why I didn't pick it up in this trip because I already had it. Oh, I got this harvest chili. It's black beans, butternut squash, cauliflower, and sweet potatoes simmered with pumpkin puree and chili spices.
I got that too.
Crumbled goat cheese for some of my soup. Cinnamon and turmeric. These 2 pastas. This fall zucchetti pasta. I think it's made with butternut squash. It is. And then this trophy color one. Because I like just a tiny, tiny little bit of like pasta or something in my soups. So I'll make like literally like 1/3 of a cup of this and put it in my bowl of soup. I got a pumpkin for our display down there, which we haven't set up yet. Some apple cider vinegar to drink. 2 other sparkling waters, cranberry clementine and raspberry lime. 3 kale chips and gluten-free bread. Oh, for my avocados, I bought avocados. And this cauliflower pizza crust, which this box has just been like obliterated during the drive, so that'll be fun. I think that's it. And all of our apples from the orchard.
There's just a couple of things that I got that are different than what Shelby got, so I'm not going to take you through the whole shebang. But I picked up pumpkin pie spice, which isn't like earth-shattering, but I thought it would be good sprinkled on some stuff with some baking stuff that we have planned to make. Speaking of baking, I picked up a couple of their pre-made pie crust.
Ashley and Alex have talked about baking. I was not in on any of this, so I don't know what's happening.
A giant bag of apples.
I know.
And I want to bake some stuff with. So I don't know what, I don't have something specifically planned. I don't know that I'll go as far as to make like a whole pie, but maybe like some hand pies or something.
That's the hair dryer is the noise you're hearing.
Poppy got it back.
Yeah.
So, does anybody have any good recipes to use apples in, like baking? Let us know. I also just got a cast iron skillet, which I've never used. But I was thinking about baking some stuff in that. So if anybody's ever done that, let me know. Okay. Then I got this butternut squash parmigiana. I think it's just like half of a butternut squash with some like
It's an amaretti crunch. Holy
yummy
crap.
stuff. I'm excited. And then I got this
Oh yeah.
pumpkin spice granola bark.
I want to buy that.
delicious.
I wanted it, but I couldn't find it.
Pumpkin spice flavored granola layered with 66% cacao dark chocolate and topped with toasted pumpkin seeds. Yeah, gonna be trying that. And then along with a bunch of pumpkins, a last minute decision was to throw in these two candles because they were like $1.99 or something. One is vanilla pumpkin and one is honey crisp apple. And they just smell like fall. Everything else is like my usual stuff.
She got that Harvest Alfredo sauce again.
I did. Where is it? Oh, here.
Over there.
Yeah, because I got this pasta too.
And this salad, which I was also looking for and I couldn't find, but apparently Ashley found it.
I dropped my seeds.
Oh, those ABC bars are so
These are
good.
really good.
Love
Favorite
those.
veggie burgers. I got some of this because you told me that you wanted the
Everything bagel bread.
again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Harvest chili. She got blue cheese. That's the one cheese. Fun fact about me: the one cheese I will not eat is blue cheese. I'll eat
And
any other cheese except for
Goat
blue
cheese
cheese.
that Shelby got is the one cheese I won't eat. I'm excited to try this.
Same. I think that would be really good with goat cheese.
No.
Yes. That's
And
about it. Oh, lots of flowers. But wait for a blog post coming up later this week on those.
We successfully got most of our groceries put away. The majority of them. Just a couple things still left to fit up in those top cabinets that we need a stool to reach, and I'm lazy. But I just arranged the pumpkins in the fireplace and kind of spread a few around the apartment, so I just wanted to show you what I did.
There's a place I have found in the shade on the ground, far from all worries and troubling sound. When I go there to be by myself, only me, no one can guess what I came there to see. There's a sun in the sky, there's a cloud drifting by, all kinds of birds make you wish you could fly. And in the
Hello there. It's now Sunday. Last night, I don't remember what the last thing that we filmed was, but we basically just crashed on the couch, caught up on a little bit of TV we had recorded on the DVR, and went to bed pretty early. Yesterday was really fun, but I didn't realize quite how exhausted we all were till the end of the day. Sorry, I needed to take a sip of coffee. So I'm up a little early this morning. Nobody else is up yet. And so I'm just going to take advantage of the peace and quiet and get a little bit of work done this morning that I need to do to get it over with. And I think we're just going to have kind of a lazy, cozy day today. We try to have on the weekends one day where we're like out adventuring and one day where we kind of stay in and power through some work to either catch up on or to help us get ahead for the week ahead. So today is one of the cozy catch up get ahead days. So I'm gonna work on a couple of things. The newsletter for this week. I need to edit a bunch of photos that we took yesterday, and I need to work on pinning some stuff for Pinterest. So this is my little setup. I got this lap desk on Amazon several months ago and it's a life changer. I have Pinterest pulled up, so I'm just going to go through and select some things to schedule to pin. We use Tailwind, and if you're not following us on Pinterest, you really should be. We have so many fun things that we pin to our Pinterest page that you should go check out.
Look who came to visit me. She's exhausted after her big adventure yesterday. You have fuzz on your paw pops.
So I've been working for a little bit. I have the newsletter done, and now I'm going to edit photos because Shelby needs them for the blog post she's working on. So usually I take most of the photos and I edit all of the photos. Shelby usually takes a lot of the video. Me too, but especially if it's vlogging, but she kind of is in charge of video and I'm kind of in charge of photos. So she edits the videos and I edit all of the photos. So yesterday when we were at the orchard, I had actually brought our big DSLR camera with us to use to take photos, but I accidentally left it in the car. So when we were like out in the orchard, all we had were our phones, which isn't the worst. We actually kind of trade off and take a variety of photos either on our phones or on our big DSLR camera. It just kind of depends on the moment and the light and like what we're doing. We each have iPhone 10s or iPhone X, and so it actually takes really good photos and video. In fact, some of the video footage from this video was taken on our phones because there were some times that like Shelby was in the bathroom, which is quite often. Sorry Shelbs, but you pee a lot. Where like Poppy was doing something cute, so I was like taking a quick photo, a quick video on my phone, which we are incorporating with the videos that are from this little camera that we use. Anyways, all that to say, I'm gonna go through and I'm going to edit the photos taken on this iPhone, and I thought that you guys might like to see the process a little bit. Okay, so here is my phone. In the photos tab, there are tons of photos from yesterday. Lots and lots. So what we do is we go through and we favorite all of the ones that we like and that we want to edit. So that narrows it down quite a bit. Just right out of the phone, these photos are not too bad. So like here's one of Shelby and Poppy yesterday. Like this is completely unedited, but I mean it still looks great, but there are just a few little tweaks that we like to go through and do to each photo. So if we're editing photos on the phone, sometimes I'll upload them to Lightroom and do editing there, but for something like this that doesn't require a ton of editing, just a few little enhancements, then like something like this is a little bit darker, so that would be a little trickier. But usually what I'll do is I'll edit in an app on my phone, and I love the Color Story app right there above my thumb. It is a really great photo editing app. The other thing I love about it is you can batch edit, which for somebody like me who's usually editing multiple photos at a time, that is such a big time saver. I'll edit this photo of Shelby. So usually what I do to start is I will go into the tools. So here there's filters, effects, tools. Usually I start with the tools and just go through and make some little adjustments here first. So usually I start by adjusting the exposure a little bit, and then I'll mess with the brightness and the vibrance mostly, and then I'll go over to, sorry this is really hard to do looking through the camera, here we go. My fingers aren't big enough. And then I'll go over to the filters, and there's so many like just preset filter packs in this app. The app is free and many of the filter packs are free, and then some are additional ones that you can pay for. But just to get the basic function of this app, everything's free. The two filters I use the most are the Everyday and the Punch. That's why they're in my favorites. I do those to almost every photo. So just, this is the basic photo, still no edits. Just throwing on the Everyday. It's very subtle, but it just punches it up a little bit. Or just doing the Punch. See, it just really brightens it up. So if you're one of those people who just wants like quick, easy filters and aren't necessarily happy with the filters inside of Instagram, if you haven't used this app, give it a try, because even just doing something like that just enhances the photo just a little bit. Yeah, so I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna edit all of these photos and then get them over to Shelbs so she can finish up her blog post. I also just discovered that the new season of Serial is live. I'm so excited. I don't really know what this one's about. I don't know if you guys have ever listened to Serial, the podcast. It is a great podcast. The first season, this is the third season. The first season I loved. That was like the first podcast I ever listened to, and it really got me into podcasts. And then the second season, I didn't love as much. I just didn't find the story quite as interesting. This one, I'm excited to give a try. I haven't listened to it, so I don't know if it's good, but I'm excited to start it. So I'm gonna play this while I'm editing photos. Okay, photos edited, all before breakfast. So now I'm gonna go get an apple and an apple cider donut, heat up my coffee because it got cold, and pass this camera off to Shelbs. Everyone, I think you've talked to Ashley a lot today. She's eating her donuts on the couch. I already had 2 apple cider donuts for breakfast. But now apple baking has, what's the word, arrived? Commenced, that's the word I was looking for. Because we leave for Seattle when you're watching this in 2 days, and we have all these apples, and we're actually going to be gone for like 10-ish days total. So by the time we come back, the apples aren't going to be good anymore. So we basically have to make and bake and do all of the things with the apples that we want to do. So I currently have the crock pot out, and I'm about to make some applesauce. So I just have to slice my apples, put them in there with some water and some cinnamon, and just let them simmer. Then I don't like chunky, so I'm going to use my immersion blender to blend it up afterwards, but pretty simple. Ashley, do you know what you're going to make yet? Excellent. Alex is making some sort of pumpkin brownie thing, so no apples. I think she wanted to make some sort of pie. I don't know, but she got brownie mix and a can of pumpkin, and I think that's it. I think you just put it together. And we realized we don't have a brownie pan. We used to, and I thought we did, but I have no idea what happened to it.
I think in the great kitchen purge,
I would not have gotten rid of that.
2017 or 2018, you got rid of it.
It wasn't just now. But I don't know why I would have gotten rid of it. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Because we bake brownies once a year, and you probably said, we don't need it.
So we have pie pans that I think she's gonna try. She's thought about pie pans, and she's thought about making them into like muffins, because we have like a cupcake tin. I don't know, but applesauce time. I just have to cut the apples now. This is a mess, but Al just made brownies. Like I told you, it's just the brownie mix and pumpkin puree, and then she put some chocolate chips and Halloween sprinkles on top, and I'm so excited to try it. That's really good. Mom.
Really good.
Mom. Haven't had lunch yet. but starting with a brownie. Wow.
Hey again. I'm gonna make a rustic apple tart with some of the apples from the orchard yesterday. So I have to run to the store because there's a few ingredients I need that we don't have. So quick trip to the store and then off to bake. And then I have to make dinner. Okay, here's where we're at. I cut a bajillion apples, not really, just 4. And I'm just making this very rustic, AKA not perfect. So here we are, just a sheet pan. This is my pre-made, pre-store-bought pie crust from Trader Joe's. Here's my mound of apples, and I'm just gonna kind of layer it over. What are we doing? Folding. Make sure there's lots of pie crust in there. It's done and it smells so good in here. I wish you guys could smell it here. How excited are you to eat this, Shelby Amanda?
I'm sorry, I was just worried about Papa. I'm so excited. I need to eat my dinner first though.
I already ate dinner. I had this harvest chili from Trader Joe's and it was delicious. Highly recommend.